I'm going to admit it here. I am addicted to the feeling of chaos. I am addicted to bad news. I am addicted to being like, it's uncertain, right? It's uncertain, right? I'm like sucking a cavity constantly. I'm Paco de Leon, and this is Money Talks, a straight up, honest, very personal conversation about money without the jargon or the fluff. Today, I'm talking to Imran Mumtaz. He's a former Amazon and Ring engineer who traded coding for comedy, all in the name of helping people actually understand their finances. I hope you enjoy the show. How are you today, buddy?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Glad to be chatting with you in this context and kind of have a long and windy conversation about the topic du jour, which is uncertainty, which is, I think permeating everything these days. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, with the news at social media, how they're all tuned, how they make money, negative news, uncertainty is at the very top, right?
Hearing you say that and knowing that, your livelihood is connected to social media, or at least maybe your job at this point. How are you balancing being online right now and like what you need to do for your job and what you need to do to protect your mental health? Curious.
What I've found is most helpful is setting timers on my apps.
Okay. And you obey them?
For the most part. Sometimes I'm like writing a caption. I'm like, shoot, I gotta extend the timer, right up that caption because I'm very slow. But for the most part, it helps. Yeah, it shuts down the app, pauses it, introduces friction to the equation, right? So yeah, for the most part, it helps.
You sound like you're the kind of guy who just like says they're gonna do something and does it. So
I like to think so.
Okay, first question I think we should unpack together, Imran, is how have your feelings about financial and economic uncertainty changed over, let's say, the last 5 years? How are you viewing the world of financial and economic uncertainty since then?
The biggest thing that changed for me was just understanding how these algorithms are tuned, right? What makes money, how these news outlets make money. And once I understood that, the realization was, okay, things aren't as bad as they seem. Our life expectancy has gone up quite a bit. Crime has gone down. So by many of these objective metrics, we're doing quite well. So that was a big one for me. It's just understanding how all this works and how people are making money. And that changed quite a bit.
So it's like as soon as you saw behind the curtain and you saw like what the incentives were, you started to realize that maybe things look worse than they actually are because there's like a profit motive behind it.
Yeah, like you know how social media works. Like if I post a video, for example, and I say, Paco, here are the 3 best banks to use in 2025 versus, Paco, these are the worst banks, don't ever use them if you want to lose money. Which one's going to perform better?
Yeah.
Probably the latter.
So how do you square that circle, so to speak? Because truly, like if I am the Paco that I want to be and sending out the message that I want to send, the messages I want to send don't perform well because I do really want to talk about like, hey guys, don't you want inner peace? Like nobody wants a video about me talking about inner peace, as you mentioned, right? They're going to want something that's salacious and radical. So like, do you feel badly, I guess, about like playing up to this algorithm that makes the world feel more uncertain and, chaotic, even though, the profit motive is there for you?
So I think of like this dial of like, okay, like how much do we want to play this game, right? A, we have some message that people need to hear, and B, we want that message to be heard. I'm not a fan of just blatant clickbaiting and fear mongering. I'm a huge fan of comedy, so that's how I get the message out there, cracking jokes, trying to have fun. But really, it's a gray area, right? Yeah. You have to figure out you as a person, what do you feel comfortable with? And, a little sprinkle of clickbait, some people are okay with, but it's the challenge that we have.
Hearing you talk about it makes me agree with you that I feel much better and I feel like more in control of my finances and less concerned about the economy and everything I can't control when I like make my world really small. And I just learned how to hide certain applications on my iPhone. I didn't know that existed before. With the iPhone, you can like click on the apps and then choose to like unlock it with Face ID. And then when you do that, what happens is it takes the little icon and it puts it into a hidden folder. And so you have to actively go to a hidden folder, unlock it with your mug, with your face, and then you can open up the app. And that's been really helpful for me. It's made me realize like how much self-soothing I do and like how I'm addicted. Actually, I'm gonna admit it here. I am addicted to the feeling of chaos. I am addicted to bad news. I am addicted to being like, it's uncertain, right? It's uncertain, right? I'm like sucking a cavity constantly.
It's intoxicating. And it's a lot of it's based on us as humans. Is how we evolved. Part of it is I think it's rooted in self-preservation. But that's good. I'm glad you found something that works for you.
Totally.